Can I hold the mic like I'm a gangbanger?
Okay, favorite I think would be a Ryan Gosling take on The Notebook, and we would go to a carnival. Andrew, it's a cool one. Deal with it. Anything actually involving Ryan Gosling I'd be okay with. Worst? Anything not involving Ryan Gosling.
Okay. How about you?
Worst would definitely be going to Leo's for dinner.
What would your ideal Valentine's Day date be?
You know that scene in Pretty Woman when Julia Roberts gets the red dress and they go to Rodeo Drive and they get like all the diamonds and everything? That would be mine, especially if Richard Gere is the one dressing me.
What would your worst date be?
Alone.
That'd be my favorite date, so that's weird.
Nightmare. Probably somebody who doesn't pay the check if he invites me to a restaurant.
For the ideal, I gotta go with a classic dinner date. You know, it's just perfect. There's a reason that it's so popular. It just works. It's perfect for conversation. My nightmare, I gotta go movie date.
Movie date? Why?
There's just nothing. I mean, you're just there for 2 hours. It's awkward. You know, if you try talking, people are gonna shush you.
Okay.
It's
Valentine's Day is about talking.
It's about talking. It's about communication. It's about opening new possibilities.
My nightmare Valentine's date would probably be someone that's just really boring and we do something generic. So I think it'd be fun to do something active and like go skydiving or something crazy.
Can you talk while skydiving? Is that a date, or is that
No talking's probably better. You know,
just straight to the point? With
yeah. Oh God.
My ideal date would probably be a nice walk on the waterfront with some hot cocoa and finish up with some cuddling.
And nightmare?
Oh, nightmare. Anything involving heights.
Could like cuddle and jump off cliffs.
I mean, if you're into that.
Okay, I guess you're not.
Okay, my nightmare date would be a date where I wear normal clothes and the date wears a suit, which kind of makes me uncomfortable, and then the date spends the whole date talking about the time he dated 2 girls at once.
It sounds very personal. Did this happen one time?
Yes, it did. It was our first date.
Oh, that's wonderful. And how'd that turn out for you guys?
Pretty well.
Okay.
It's been well.
So dreams can come out of nightmares.
Oh, yes. Moral of the story.
My ideal Valentine's Day date would be with a match, preferably from Tinder, like this one right here. You know, romantic dinner, roses, chocolate. Let's see. You know, I've actually never had a Valentine's Day date. So I have to dream on here. I have to really reach. Oh, well.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
I would have to say my nightmare Valentine's Day date would be anything that turns into a Law & Order SVU episode or an awful Lifetime movie. So make of that as you will.
Maybe someone's dream.
If it happens to coincide with a death, going to a funeral, that would be a pretty terrible.
There's no love found at
There
funerals?
would be no love.
What if you love dead people?
My nightmare date was one time my boyfriend forgot that it was Valentine's Day and instead invited me to his work to go hang out. And so I was like, oh, look, he's going to do something nice and romantic. Turned out that, no, nothing nice, nothing romantic. Just actually, he worked at like a bouncy castle place. So I had to clean up a lot of vomit from kids.
I guess my ideal Valentine's Day date would be going to a really nice dinner. And my nightmare would be if at said dinner I got food poisoning.
So you don't like to vomit on your dates?
Yeah, not
No.
so much. So I think that'd be pretty terrible.
Vomiting is like a theme. What's your ideal Valentine's Day date? What is your nightmare Valentine's Day date?
My nightmare Valentine's Day date is one of those dates in Leo's where people set up those really awkward waitress, waiter, like restaurant style dates.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, have you not seen that? Oh, they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. And my ideal Valentine's Day date would be to go to that ice skating rink on the waterfront. That would be nice.
That sounds very fun and cold.
I guess I'd have to say my ideal date is with this hunk of meat right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's your nightmare one?
My nightmare is going with this guy. My nightmare Valentine's Day date, I am just the kind of guy that would just be happy to go on a date with any girl. So as long as I'm at one point sitting physically across the table with a girl who's engaged in a conversation with me, that's...
Let's say she couldn't talk.
So I'd keep my mind very open.
Okay.
Nightmare Valentine's Day date would be
taking her out to a really nice restaurant and having there be a bug in the food.
Okay. How do you turn that into the ideal date?
How do I turn that into an ideal date? Squash the bug.
Ideal would be a Tupac concert, and that's why no man will ever be good enough for me.
It would suck a lot if I took a girl out, and when we sat down, she told me that she liked my friend more than me. Or a date on a boat, that would suck too.
Yeah, I haven't.
Well, my ideal date would be one when I don't have to shower or dress up.
My worst date would be one where I have to shower and dress up.
So where would you go for your ideal date? Like a pig pen or?
Probably somewhere far away in the wilderness, like rural Alaska.
They don't shower there? Is that what you're saying about Alaskans?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess it's more likely in the wilderness that people don't shower.
This sounds fun. We should do this sometime.
Yeah, you want to go with me?
You've sold me. You've sold me on this date.
Valentine? I won't shower, I promise.
For the story, sure. We could be Valentines.
Oh, nice.